Bruce's right hand moves. Not a wind-up, not a chambered punch, just movement. His hand travels from his side to a .6 inches in front of Craig's solar plexus. The strike is precise. Open palm, specific target. The network of nerves just below the sternum that controls diaphragm function. The point where a precise strike stops breathing without causing visible damage. The sound is sharp. Quick snap of impact. Craig's hand drops from Bruce's chest. His eyes go wide. His mouth opens. Tries to breathe. Can't. Diaphragm spasm completely. Instantly. Neurological override. Craig's knees buckle. He doesn't fall. Not yet. Just bends forward. Hands go to his stomach, making small choking sounds, trying to force air in. Body not responding. Panic setting in. The animal panic of suffocation. 6 seconds from Craig's hand touching Bruce to Craig doubled over gasping. The terminal is completely silent. 20 people in immediate area frozen, watching, trying to process. The massive bodybuilder who was just mocking someone can't breathe. The small man he was intimidating just struck once and walked away. No follow-up, no continued attack. Just one precise movement and consequence. Bruce picks up his suitcase, turns back to the check-in counter. Line has moved. He's next. Steps forward like nothing happened. The agent at counter has seen everything, wide-eyed, asks nervously, Is everything okay? Bruce says calmly, Yes. May I check in for San Francisco flight? Behind him. Craig is still doubled over, starting to catch breath now. Diaphragm releasing slowly. Air coming back in ragged gasps. Face red. Sweating. People around him asking if he's okay, if they should call medical. Craig waved them off. Can't speak yet, just breathes. Airport security arrives. 2 officers saw the commotion, ask what happened. The businessman who almost spoke earlier does now. Says that large man was harassing him, making racist comments. Put his hands on him. The smaller man defended himself. One strike, then stopped, didn't continue, just defended. Other witnesses confirm. Woman in business suit, student with backpack, elderly couple, all saying the same thing. The big man was aggressive, racist, physical first. The small man responded minimally, stopped immediately. Security looks at Craig, still catching breath, leaning against counter. They ask, Sir, is this accurate? Craig nods weakly. Can't argue. 20 witnesses, all saw, all heard. His racism, his aggression, his physical contact. First security asks Bruce, Do you want to file a complaint? Bruce says, No, I just want to catch my flight. He learned what he needed to learn. Security escorts Craig away from line, sits him down in chairs nearby, makes sure he can breathe properly, asks if he needs medical attention. Craig shakes his head, embarrassed, humiliated, not hurt, not injured, just stopped, completely by someone he thought was beneath him. Bruce checks in, gets boarding pass, thanks the agent, walks toward his gate. People in line watch him go, some with new respect, some with curiosity. Who was that small man? How did he do that? At the gate, Bruce sits, opens book, waits for boarding, doesn't think about the confrontation, doesn't dwell on it. Just another moment, another person who needed to learn, another opportunity to demonstrate that assumptions kill understanding. Craig sits in terminal chairs, breathing normally now but shaken, his entire worldview cracked. He's 280 pounds. Competition bodybuilder, former athlete, has used size and strength his whole life. Never been stopped like that. Never been made irrelevant with single strike by someone half his size. Someone he dismissed based on appearance. An older man sits next to Craig, Asian, Chinese, maybe 60, saw the whole thing, says in accented English, You learn important lesson today. Craig looks at him, says hoarsely, Who was that? The older man says, That was Bruce Lee, martial arts master, teacher, philosopher, man who understands body better than you understand your muscles. Craig says, I didn't know. The older man says, That's the lesson. You didn't know, but you assumed. You judged. You thought size meant superiority. You learned it doesn't. That's valuable if you remember it. Craig misses his flight, sits in terminal for 2 hours, thinking, processing, realizing that everything he thought made him strong was incomplete. That intimidation isn't strength. That size without understanding is just mass. That the confidence he felt was borrowed from people too scared to challenge him. Years later, Craig tells the story. Not proudly, honestly. Says it was the moment he started changing, started questioning assumptions, started understanding that strength isn't about making others feel small. It's about knowing when not to use what you have. Bruce Lee's flight to San Francisco takes off on time. He teaches a seminar, demonstrates philosophy, trains students, never mentions the airport incident. It wasn't significant to him. Just another teaching moment. Another person who needed lesson delivered quickly and precisely. But for Craig Bronson, those 6 seconds changed everything. 6 seconds of gasping for air. 6 seconds of understanding that every assumption he'd built his identity on was wrong. 6 seconds that taught him more than 280 pounds of muscle ever could. 6 seconds, 1 strike, 20 witnesses. And a lesson that racist confidence built on size means nothing against someone who understands precision beats power. Understanding beats assumption. Respect beats intimidation. Every time.